Well, we're very excited to have a very special guest join us now, all the way from the East Coast, from Atlanta, a man who's had many ups and downs in his career. I got to check out some of his stuff on YouTube. He's a motivational speaker, and he's recently wrote a book called I Have a Voice. For the first time, I'd like to bring in Tyler Willams. Tyler, thanks for joining us tonight, my man.
Absolutely. How are you doing?
I'm good. Now, I got to check out some of your stuff on YouTube, and I know you were a former sprint car racer, but where was the idea, where was the genesis behind I Have a Voice, the book you wrote?
So as a kid, I lost my voice as a singer and as a speaker, and then it was in my late 20s that I was able to rediscover my voice, and I realized that my story wasn't unique and it wasn't the only one out there. So many people struggled with finding their voice and using their voice in a way that was meaningful to them. And so I figured I needed to write my story down to help other people look into that journey of self-discovery for themselves to see how they could step into the world in a more authentic and powerful way.
Tyler, I just want to get clarification. What do you mean you lost your voice? Did you actually physically lose it, or you just became shy? What happened with you lost your voice?
That's a great question. And so for me, I was performing at the Fox Theater in Atlanta, which is a big arena with 4,000 people, and realized at 11, 12 years old that this is a career people pursue, performance for a living. Fast forward 2 years after that last performance in front of 4,000 people, and I had one bad performance, not at a big venue, but at a house party. And just 12 people, about a dozen people, and I forgot the lyrics to the first song, and I walked off, didn't know what to do, and I just made a vow to myself. I said, I'll never do that again. I didn't make a big deal about it. I just internally said, I'll never do it. And that played out for 10 years, where I never sang in public other than my car, the shower, places where it was safe. And so I didn't literally lose my voice. I couldn't sing, but internally I made the decision not to do that because I didn't want to face the fear, the embarrassment, and I let that go. And it ultimately played out where I didn't get to dive into something I loved and was passionate about for over a decade.
That'd be really hard. Something you love to do, you no longer feel like you can do it. So how did you ultimately overcome this issue?
I was in a relationship, a girl I thought I'd marry for about 4.5 years, and it came to an end, and I realized that I wasn't offering the fullness of who I was, one, to that relationship, but also to the world around me. I wasn't engaging in conversations with people in a way that was as powerful and as meaningful. You know, I had friends, I was connected, I was doing work, but I wasn't offering the fullness of who I am. And so I realized I needed to rediscover my voice, because it wasn't just the singing part of my voice that I'd lost. It was that bigger part of who I am and how I show up and connect and make a difference in the world and all that I do, not just in singing.
You know, Tyler, through the people you've met, through the people you've spoken to after writing this book, do you find that we maybe underestimate how much we have inside us to offer the world?
Untapped potential is the biggest thing that each person has within them, that if we tap into it, it's so unlimited, the power that people have when they go out and connect and use their voice in an authentic way at work, at home, all the relationships that they have in life. It's extremely powerful, the untapped potential. So when we dive in and go on the journey to discover that, it's really powerful to see the change that happens in people.
You know, I'm interested to ask now, I wonder, you know, you won't feel like you could sing, but you did get into the sprint car series, and that's something that's very much, people can judge you as you go around. You had success there. Yeah. Was there a difference between the singing and then performing behind the wheel of a car?
It was interesting. You know, they're both entertainment based. It's still putting yourself out there. And I think the car gave me connection to who I am, and I could perform in a way that I wasn't judged. You're safe inside the car. And so you're showcasing your talent as a driver and putting on a show so after you can interact with fans. So it wasn't back standing and doing the best you can out on the track.
What about as far as showing people that it's okay to go out there and make these things happen? Because, you know, when you stumble once, why does someone want to get back up on a horse like you did, getting the sprint car?
Conflict and stepping into the obstacles in front of us are actually what help us grow and challenge us to become the best versions of ourselves. And all the things that have happened in my life that led up to me rediscovering my voice, without that, I wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't be racing cars. I wouldn't be singing country music. I certainly wouldn't have written this book. And so stepping into the conflict and those unknowns actually allows us to grow and reach our full potential faster, with more passion and excitement. And even though there's things that we can't see around the corner, it's those things that actually push us to go to that next level.
Tyler, this has been great stuff. I know a lot of people at home will get something out of it, so we can check your book out called I Have a Voice. Thanks for this today, and good luck in the future with everything you do.
Thanks for having me. It's been fun.
All right, fantastic stuff from Tyler Willams, a very interesting guy with a lot of stuff so far in his life. Let's take a break here in Darren Television. Lots more still to come tonight. Edmonton, stay with us.